Okay, E pluribus otap out of mini me. I am America, and you can be too. Thank you for joining into this live stream. Those of you that are joining us via Facebook Live and/or the YouTubes, we'll do a couple quick housekeeping plugs. You can support us on our Patreon, patreon.otap.com, and of course, YouTube, youtube.otap.com will get you right there. So, what we're going to talk about today, this is something that's come up. Some people have had some things happen in their life that have made me think about it, and people have asked me some questions. So, basically, it is the importance of maintaining updated information with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation with regard to your handgun license, your SDA license, your Oklahoma Self-Defense Act license, specifically name information and address information. If you change your name for any reason, or if you change your mailing address for any reason, the OSBI must be notified within 30 days, and they must maintain a current listing of that information. If your information is not current, then guess what? Your license is not valid. Also, if you lose your license, you lose your wallet, your license is stolen, you don't have physical possession of it, you have that same period of time again in which to notify them and request that a replacement license be sent out to you. You're looking at $15 for replacements. And this is very important that you do this, because during that period that they don't know that it's been lost or stolen, or it's not physically in your presence, or the information is not updated, accurate, and correct, it is not a valid license. And with that being said, if you are to run afoul of the law in a location where you are still required to have a Oklahoma handgun license, and they do the research and they follow the breadcrumbs and the chain of dominoes, then things can get bad for you in a hurry as you continue your journey through our wonderful legal system. So we're going to take a look at some things here in the Oklahoma Self-Defense Act. This is the 2020 edition, the new version that has gone into effect as of November 1st of this year. Title 21, Section 1290.13. If you look down here, see if I can highlight this. To facilitate the Bureau's administration of the Oklahoma Self-Defense Act, all licensees shall maintain a current mailing address where the licensee may receive certified mail. The licensee shall, within 30 days of a change of name or address, inform the Bureau of such a change. So there's that. And then if we jump down here, there's a couple other places here where address information is very important and mentioned. This is on top of page 18. So Title 21, Section 1290.21, replacement license. So up here is the first part, Section Alpha, which talks about if a handgun license becomes missing, lost, stolen, or destroyed, the license shall be invalid. And you have 30 days to let them know. $15 replacement fee, and then the Bureau shall, upon receipt of the notarized statement and fee for the license from the licensee, issue a substitute license with the same expiration date within 10 days of the receipt of the notarized statement and fee. And then here's a nice little one here. It rarely occurs, but it is a possibility. If you were to obtain a stolen license, if you were to steal someone else's license or borrow it or whatever, if you were to try to use it to get into a place or to use the exemption properties of it and it's not your license, that's a felony, and there's a $5,000 fine that goes along with that. So down here on the bottom of page 17, which is top of page 18 rather, section D, Delta, a person may request during any license period an update for the change of address or change of name by submitting to the Bureau a $15 replacement fee and a notarized statement that the address or name of the licensee has changed. The Bureau shall issue an updated license with the same expiration date within 10 days of receipt of the request. The original license shall be destroyed upon receipt of the updated handgun license. So with this is, it talks about name changes. So if you've changed your name through marriage, or you just didn't like your name, you wanted another one or whatever, you would need to take them documentation to prove that that is in fact your new legal name, that that's what you want on the license. And if you talk to the OSBI, again, here's the thing. The $15 is only the fee for replacing the physical license. You don't actually have to have a new physical license. The most important thing is that the information is updated in their system, especially in the case of the address. Now, in the case of name changes, I would obviously recommend getting the replacement license because you're going to want the information to match up what's on your Oklahoma driver's license, your Oklahoma ID card. But in the case of address information, it's not such a big deal as long as it is updated in their system. So with that being said, we'll talk about some of the cases where this could, as they say, bite you in the backside. So what are the situations and scenarios here in Oklahoma where you would still need to have a handgun license that is valid at all times? We've beaten these dead horses for a while. But of course, the exemption from the federal Gun-Free School Zones Act of 1990 requires that you have a handgun license issued by the state that a given school is in. So if you have a Oklahoma handgun license, you are exempt from that. You are exempt from the 1,000-foot bubble around schools in Oklahoma, but not in any other state. So if you had a Wyoming handgun license and you came to Oklahoma, you are not exempt from the 1,000-foot bubble around schools in Oklahoma or any other state other than Wyoming, and so on and so forth. And of course, within Oklahoma, we still have the issue of alcohol. Any place that is licensed to dispense alcohol as a non-primary purpose, you are required to have a handgun license to be on the premises of such an establishment with a handgun and a handgun only. No other offensive weapons whatsoever. Any other offensive weapon, felony ×2. And of course, we still have it in statute that if you are transporting a loaded handgun without a handgun license, it is a misdemeanor if and when you are stopped for a moving traffic violation without a handgun license. So keep this in mind if you ever get in any type of trouble with this. It's why it is important to keep this stuff updated, and just to really harp on the fact that, you know, they want this information. You can go to the OSBI's offices. I don't know if they're letting people come in personally right now because of the COVID. They're probably going to want, you know, emails, faxes, registered mail, that type of thing. But when they were seeing people personally at their offices, you could just go in, demonstrate that your address has changed, demonstrate your name has changed, and they will update the information in the system right then and there. And then they give you the option. They say, hey, do you want a new card? And if you do, well, they'll provide you one. They will, you know, take your $15. But again, that part is not absolutely necessary and required unless you just want the physical card. So that's what we're going to leave you with today as far as the importance of keeping this information updated, because again, there are some little details that can, you know, invalidate your handgun license, even if you have not met or exceeded the expiration date. So with that being said, we'll be signing off here. Well, let's see if there's any comments. Let's see. Got a comment there from Tim Harper. Good to see you, buddy. You said you could not walk in, you had to mail it in, and yes. And oh my goodness, sounds like the dogs are going crazy. So we're gonna cut this short. All right, everybody have a good one. Remember, follow us on the Patreon, patreon.otap.com. And we will also be putting this on the we have a new Rumble page as well. Enjoying what Rumble offers over YouTube. And we'll see how things work out there. All right, that's it. And we'll be talking about, as promised, I'm still going to get around to it. We're going to be talking about some of the crazy madness of gun shows in Oklahoma that take place on statutorily prohibited locations. That's coming up in the near future when the dogs aren't crazy. All right, OTAP out.